My name is Sophia Bennett. I'm 32, a graphic designer living in Denver. And one morning, I woke up to something that didn't belong in my life anymore. 29 missed calls from a number in Illinois. I didn't answer. I didn't need to. Some memories don't fade. They wait, quietly, patiently, until something small, like a phone screen lighting up, pulls them back into your life. And just like that, I wasn't 32 anymore. I was 12 again, standing inside a crowded train station in Chicago, completely alone, watching the only people who were supposed to protect me turn my fear into a joke. That day split my life into two versions: the girl I was before and the person I had to become after. Because that was the day my parents left me behind, on purpose. They didn't forget me. They didn't lose me. They made a bet. Would I find my way home or not? And when I realized they weren't coming back, something inside me broke, and something else took its place. I didn't go home that night, or the next, or ever again. I built a new life, far away from them, a new name, a new future, one where they didn't exist. Or at least, that's what I thought. Because those 29 missed calls proved something I spent 20 years trying to bury. The past doesn't always stay buried. Sometimes, it comes looking for you. And when it does, it doesn't ask for permission. But to understand why I never went back, you need to know what my childhood actually looked like. And trust me, it wasn't normal. I grew up in a place where appearances mattered more than truth. To everyone outside, we looked like a perfect middle-class family. My parents owned a small chain of home goods stores, we smiled at neighbors, hosted barbecues, played the part well. But inside the house, everything was a test. My mother called them lessons. If I cried, I was weak. If I asked for help, I was useless. If I made a mistake, I deserved to be embarrassed. And my father? He didn't stop it. He enjoyed it. When I was 8, I asked for new shoes because mine were falling apart. My mom left me alone in a mall for hours to teach me gratitude. When I was 10, I got bullied after a game. Instead of comforting me, they dropped me in an empty parking lot at sunset and drove away. They came back later, laughing. There was always a bet. Would I stay? Would I run? Would I break? To them, my fear wasn't a problem. It was entertainment. They said they were raising me to be strong. But they weren't building strength. They were building fear, silence, survival. I learned to read moods like warning signs. I learned how to disappear in my own home. I learned that being invisible was safer than being noticed. The only place I felt real was when I drew. Sketching became my escape. I drew locked doors, open skies, places where no one was watching me fail. Looking back, I wasn't just drawing pictures. I was trying to draw a way out. And then, one day, something small happened. I got a B+. Not in math, not in science, in art. The only thing that made me feel alive. I thought I did well. My parents thought I failed. That night, I heard them talking in the kitchen. Quiet voices, calm tones. The kind that always meant something worse was coming. My mother said, "She needs a lesson she'll never forget." My father laughed. The next morning, they made pancakes and told me we were going to Chicago. For a second, I thought things were getting better. I was wrong.
The drive to Chicago felt off, too cheerful, too easy. My father played music loudly, tapping the steering wheel like it was a good day. My mother kept asking me strange questions. Do you think you're smart? Do you think smart people survive the real world? Every answer I gave made them smile in a way I didn't trust. By the time we reached Union Station, I felt it, that quiet warning in your chest when something bad is about to happen. But I couldn't prove it. We stepped inside, and everything felt overwhelming. The noise, the crowds, the size of it. Then my mother pointed to a pillar. "Wait here," she said. "We'll be back in 15 minutes. I asked to come with them. My father laughed. "You're 12, not a baby." So I stayed. 15 minutes passed.
then 30, then an hour. I told myself they were late, lost, busy. But deep down, I knew. Something wasn't right. At 90 minutes, panic hit hard. My hands started shaking. I had $9, no phone, no plan. I walked away from the pillar, then rushed back, terrified of doing the wrong thing. Because even then, I was still trying to follow their rules. Then I saw it. Their car, driving slowly past the station. Relief hit me so hard I almost cried. I ran to the window, waving. They saw me. My father smiled. Not relief, not concern. A smile like he had just won something. My mother rolled down the... After hours of wandering, someone finally saw me. Her name was Maria. She worked at the station, and she noticed I'd been walking in circles, passing the same spots again and again. She asked if I was okay. I lied. I said I was waiting for my parents. She asked how long. I didn't answer. Then she asked one simple question. Have you eaten? And that broke me. Everything I had been holding in collapsed all at once. I told her everything. The car, the bet, the laughter. She didn't dismiss me. She didn't call me dramatic. She said something I had never heard before. You're safe. I'm going to help you. That moment changed everything. Security got involved, then police. They checked cameras, took statements, called my parents. And I'll never forget what the officer said on the phone. This isn't a lesson. This is child abandonment. Hearing someone say it out loud felt unreal, like someone had finally translated my life into the truth. That night, I didn't go home. Instead, I was placed with a foster family. Mark and Laura Bennett. They weren't perfect. They weren't flashy. But they were kind. They asked what I wanted to eat. They knocked before entering my room. They didn't laugh when I cried. That alone felt like a different universe. Over time, something impossible happened. They stayed. No tests, no games, no fear. Just consistency. And slowly, I started to believe that not everyone hurts you. Eventually, the court gave my parents a choice: change or give me up. They chose to give me up. Just like that. No fight, no apology. They let me go. And that's when I understood something that stayed with me forever. They didn't lose me. They chose not to keep me. And that choice shaped everything I became, including the life I built, and why those 29 missed calls meant more than just a phone notification. I built a life far away from Illinois. A good one. A career, a marriage, a quiet, stable routine. I cut all contact with my past. Blocked numbers, changed emails, moved on. For years, it worked. Until those 29 missed calls showed up. The message wasn't from my parents. It was from my younger sister. She told me everything. Our mother was dying. Our father had a stroke. The family business collapsed. Their reputation was gone. People found out what they did. And suddenly, they wanted me back. Not because they changed, because they had no one left. So I went. Not to forgive them, not to save them, to finish it. When I walked into that hospital room, they looked smaller, weaker, human, but not different. They called me by my old name. I corrected them once. Sophia. They said they made mistakes. I stopped them. That wasn't a mistake, I said. That was a choice. I told them exactly what they did. No soft words, no excuses, just truth. Then I said the one thing I had carried for 20 years. You bet on whether I could find my way home. I did. I just didn't come back to yours. Silence. Then tears. Then tears. But this time, they didn't affect me. I wasn't angry. I wasn't emotional. I was done. I walked out after 20 minutes and never looked back. Because closure doesn't always feel loud. Sometimes it feels quiet, clear, final. And as I stood outside that hospital, I realized something. That little girl at the train station, she wasn't abandoned because she was unworthy. She was abandoned by people who didn't understand love. And there's a difference. A big one. Because sometimes the strongest thing you can do isn't finding your way home. It's choosing not to go back. Before you go, if you think this story was shocking, you need to watch this next one. Because what happened there was even